For Betty Paris and her cousin Abigail Williams, life in 17th century Salem was strict. As daughter and niece of the Reverend Paris, they were not allowed to have games or toys. Such play was a sign of idleness when they should be concentrating on chores and Bible verses. In January, Betty and Abigail began to exhibit strange behavior, screaming, twitching, and rolling on the floor. The village doctor was certain that the girls were the victims of witchcraft.
Salem, Massachusetts, Nazi Germany. Periods of time that shaped our history.
As her father read from the pulpit, Betty Paris screamed and fell into a fit. Other girls, including 12-year-old Ann Putnam,
such an atrocity. If you see something, you gotta say something. If you see something,
frightened by the hysteria, the townspeople begged the girls to identify their wicked tormentors.
And you don't say something, well, the witch hunt.
With pressure mounting, the girls finally cried out 3 names: a slave, a homeless beggar, and a sickly old woman who had married her servant. When the 3 accused witches appeared before the magistrates, Osborne and Good maintained their innocence, but Tituba, perhaps frightened after being beaten by Reverend Paris, confessed and claimed there were other witches in Salem. Her admission of witchcraft sparked a wave of paranoia and accusations. The girls began to point fingers at other townspeople. They claimed that spirits of the alleged witches would secretly visit and hurt them. No one was safe from their accusations. 8 days later, local tavern owner Bridget Bishop became the first alleged witch to be hanged on Gallows Hill. In the coming months, 19 more innocent victims were hanged, including the former pastor of Salem.
They tell you what you saw and they tell you what to say. They tell you how to live and they tell you how to pray. Hysteria and fear is what they use to control the masses and falsely accuse.
After the witch hunt hysteria subsided, most people went back to their daily lives. The judges went on to successful careers in business or politics. The girls, whose accusations had sparked this tragedy, married or moved away. Only one of the girls, Ann Putnam, ever publicly acknowledged her role in the hysteria. In 1706, she stood before the church, and the pastor read her statement. "It was a great delusion of Satan that deceived me at that sad time. I desired to lie in the dust and earnestly beg forgiveness. But even for those pardoned, life would never be the same. Most would live out their lives in poverty and sickness, their reputations forever tarnished."